Hello everyone, I bought WWE 2K15 on Xbox One recently, so let's have a look at what happened on my universe mode. First up, on Raw from Los Angeles, California, Sheamus defended the US title against Curtis Axel. An easy win for Sheamus, despite the odd move here and there for Curtis Axel, but the title was successfully defended. Next up, we had a four-way Extreme Rules match between Kane, Jack Swagger, ERICK ROWAN, and the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. The match started with some spinny suplex things in the ring, but quickly deteriorated into some crazy shit, mainly featuring Dean Ambrose, who then won the match while Kane was too busy chokeslamming ERICK ROWAN. AJ Lee, the Divas champion, took on Brie Bella in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Brie started off strongly, but AJ Lee took the advantage and stuck on the Black Widow on the outside. She didn't tap though, so instead she beat the hell out of her with a bat and kicked her in the face. 1, 2, 3 to AJ. In Raw's penultimate match, Daniel Bryan faced off against Randy Orton, or at least he was supposed to. Randy Orton couldn't be bothered and wandered off, leaving Daniel Bryan to win by countout. It was main event time, and John Cena took on Roman Reigns, while WWE Champion Brock Lesnar sat on commentary. He didn't sit down for long though, quickly coming up to disturb John Cena, and Roman Reigns took full advantage of that. Although this is John Cena, so he quickly took the advantage back and became Super Cena. But Roman Reigns kicked out of the AA. Are you joking? Boom, face. But then John Cena took the advantage again and got the win. We move swiftly on to kind of Legends show main event in San Diego, and Magnum TA took on Santino and MARELLA in a surprisingly back and forth match, especially for an opener. The Cobra was hit, but Magnum TA kicked out and carried on. But Santino hit the Cobra again and won. Yay! We had what could be classed as a dream match up next when Chris Jericho took on CM Punk, and it was awesome. Moves aplenty. Both men hitting their finishing moves and not winning with them. So instead, Chris Jericho pulled out the old school lion salt for the win. 1, 2, 3. We followed that with the team of the new Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Paul Orndorff, to take on Old School Sting and the Ultimate Warrior. Despite an early bit of Horseman offense, this match was all Sting and Warrior. And just when it looked like they'd get a bit more advantage, boom! Tombstone! Didn't even know Sting did a tombstone, but it's his signature. A few more big moves, and the Warrior and Sting took the win thanks to a Scorpion Deathlock. Next up we had Batista taking on Triple H, or he was supposed to take on Triple H, but for some reason John Cena came out and attacked Triple H for the match, leaving Batista to just destroy a helpless Triple H. Our main event was a 6-way battle royal for the vacant European Championship between Kevin Nash, Mr. Perfect, Raven, Booker T, Ric Flair, and Rey Mysterio. And it started all with a flurry of big moves, as you'd expect in a battle royal. Booker T was eliminated first, then Ric Flair, before Rey Mysterio got dumped out by Raven, and Raven himself was dumped out by Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash then won the match after powerbombing Mr. Perfect out of the ring. Boom. We now go to Montreal, Canada, where we look at the future in NXT. Bull Dempsey took on Kick-Ass in the first match, and Kick-Ass won. What? Ah, crap. Well, we had to make up for that when former German goalkeeper Tim Weiser took on Kevin Steen. And boom! And Boom! Kevin Steen wins in his hometown. Yeah! That can only mean one thing. It's Rusev, and he took on Xavier Woods, who's the hardcore champion because we needed a champion to make it a major brand. And Xavier Woods had a bit of offense at the start and in the middle, but Rusev was the man. He crushed Xavier Woods with that move, not the accolade. In tag team action we had Titus O'Neil and Tyson Kidd facing off against Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. And they did that at the start, which meant they got superpowers. And by that I mean they just both got signatures to start the match, which made it pretty brief. And lots of kicks from Itami, because that's his signature. Boom. And that's Balor's signature. And then Balor did the kick in the head, go to sleep, and it was over that quickly. Good win for Itami and Balor. In the main event, Kalisto took on Corey Graves. And it was very fast paced, as you can imagine with a Kalisto match. But once Corey Graves got the advantage, mainly after that moonsault, he took out the knee and they went for the pin, and I couldn't kick out when I was playing it. So, boom, Corey Graves wins. Now for the final and most action-packed show of the week, Smackdown emanated from Washington DC and started with The Miz versus Justin Gabriel. It was an even match to start with neither man getting any advantage. But once The Miz hit that power bomb reversal, he took control, hit his signature and his finisher for the win. In SmackDown's second match, Fandango took on Goldust, who was accompanied by Cody Rhodes, in also what was an even match to begin with neither man getting the advantage. In fact, Fandango had quite a lot of advantage, despite the fact that I was Goldust in this match. But once the curtain call was hit, Goldust was victorious. Following that, we had Big E, who was set to take on World Champion Mark Henry, but Alberto Del Rio took out Mark Henry before the match, leaving Big E to decimate him, much like Batista did Triple H on main event. In the semi-final match, the Usos took on Harper and Rowan in an elimination match, which started with Rowan hitting a Hurricane Rana. Really? It was back and forth, as most matches have been on SmackDown, but Harper and Rowan took a fair bit of advantage, destroying an Uso before the hot tag. However, the smidgen of advantage they did get from that hot tag was eliminated from that clothesline. One Uso was eliminated a little bit later, but I didn't get the clip, and then the other was eliminated there. 2-0 to Harper and Rowan. In the main event, Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler was supposed to take on Wade Barrett, but Cesaro decided he wanted to take him on instead.
Ziggler is in control.
Giant sweep. This was yet another back and forth match on SmackDown, with neither man getting the advantage, as usual. But it was still full of big moves, and once Dolph Ziggler had hit his signature and finisher, like usual, he got the win and ended the week on my universe mode. So, will Randy Orton actually have a match next week? Will John Cena get revenge on Brock Lesnar for distracting him? Will John Cena also explain why the hell he attacked Triple H on main event? Will Mark Henry get a bit of revenge on Alberto Del Rio? And will Wade Barrett actually get his match with Dolph Ziggler? Find out next time on What Happened on My Universe Mode!